recall a memory that you have of your life before the war began?
I have a few memories, not many.
Before the war began, I was just a baby, 1 year old. I was only very young when the Nazis invaded, but it was a wonderful life. I've had come from a very fine family. I had a friend, a Christian friend, who was a neighbor. Her name was Clara, and we used to play together. I used to run barefoot, and there was a coffee house near our house with music, and we used to sneak and listen to the music and dance.
Yeah, I remember my childhood. I remember everything, football games, trips. But the most important thing that I remember, what my father taught me. He told me that the most important thing that a human being has is a homeland.
It's one of my first memories is with my father, swimming in the Baltic Sea. And I remember the embrace of my father when he held me in the sea, swimming.
And I remember many laughs. We used to laugh and to sing, and it was a good time.
So let's go on with our questions and answers. Can you describe what was it like for you when you were in hiding? As a young child, what did you understand about what was going on around you? Yes, I can describe it. In 1944, we escaped from the ghetto, and we managed to hide in a farm, or rather underneath a farm of a Lithuanian peasant, where we only could lie down. It was below the floor of the house, and there was only about half a meter elevation from the floor over the ground. It was so crowded that I remember that when one had to turn from left to right or right to left, all of us had to turn.
What was your arrival in Auschwitz like? What do you think helped you survive? Our arrival in Auschwitz was beyond speech. There's no speech that can describe the arrival in Auschwitz. It was a horror that is unbelievable. And what helped me to survive, I think stubbornness. I really think it was stubbornness, partly stubbornness, and I was with my sister, thank God, at least. There were two of us together, that we were determined to survive. And because you know what? The people in the prisoners in Auschwitz, it never occurred to us, with all that we saw and went through, it never occurred to us throughout our time there that our family is not safe back at home. So we were determined to survive, to go and be reunited with my family.
Before you and your family were deported in 1944, did you think the Germans would occupy Hungary? I was only 13 years old, and I didn't think about it. No. I believe we are strong enough not to be occupied by anybody.
After the war, how did you decide whether to stay at the convent or to immigrate to Israel? It was a very hard decision for me, because in the convent I had been already a year and a half. I had good friends there, and I thought that I will stay there until my mother and grandmother will come back. But a couple of Jews
a soldier from the Jewish brigade and a woman who came from the סוכנות היהודית, from the Jewish agency. זה בסדר להגיד עכשיו? And they told me that all the Jews are going now to the land of the Jews, to Eretz Israel, and they are gathering all the children that were hidden in convents like me, and they bring them to Eretz Israel. The woman also said that now all the Jews are going to Eretz Israel, so I thought then my mother and grandmother also go there. So finally I decided to go with the Jews to Eretz Israel. After your experiences during the Holocaust, how were you able to restore your faith in humanity?
After being delivered from Bergen-Belsen, I didn't think too much about the Holocaust. I wanted to forget it. I started a new life and I didn't think about the Holocaust no.
I think the short answer is difficulty. But because I'm a religious person and I believe in God, we were so positive that my parents survived that's helped us. We had a lovely family, not the family we had before the war. 180 people were murdered, but from my father's family. But I think it was mainly my belief in God.
I'm still working on it. I have difficulty answering this question.
What do you feel why do you feel it is important to talk about your experiences during the Holocaust?
Because if we don't speak about it, it will be denied. What happened will be denied. And if they win, the deniers win, then we were contributed to the murder of our people.
For many years, actually many decades, I just didn't talk about it, didn't really think about it. Only when my grandchildren started to ask questions did I begin to go back to my past.
If I don't talk and other people, survivors, don't talk, then no one will know about the Shoah, about what the Nazis did.
So therefore the world has to know the truth, and especially now when I'm already towards the last survivors at my age. I'm obviously, there's not many people anymore left.
And I think that the memories have to be recounted, and they have to be told, and they have to be instilled in younger people in order not to forget.